Saidam children, welcome back. Today we'll be going ahead with the third part of our fifth lesson, the foundation of Swaraj. Yes, in the first part we learnt as to how who was the Swaraj visionary, that was Shahaji Raje Bhosle, and then also we learnt about Veer Mata Jijabai, how she had a major role to be played, she had played in the upbringing of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Second part, we learnt about Shivaji Maharaj's companions and also the Raj Mudra or the royal seal. Now in today's part, what are we going to learn? Okay, in today's part we are going to learn about towards establishment of Swaraj. What was led that, what were the things, what were the occurrences in the establishment of Swaraj. The forts which were situated in the Jagir of Shivaji Maharaj were under the control of Adil Shah. Okay. The forts which were situated in the Jagir of Shivaji Maharaj were under the control of Adil Shah. So, what happened, since it was the control of Adil Shah, forts had were of great importance for the rulers then. Okay. Forts were of great importance. If one had forts, one ruled the land. Okay. So what is this telling us? That the forts which were under the control of Adil Shah, so that made the Adil Shah strong. Yes. So and all these forts were in the Jagir of Shivaji Maharaj. Yes. And these forts were of great importance, and this importance was very much recognized by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So what did he do accordingly? What did he want to do with these forts? Okay. With this aspect in mind, since forts were very great importance, Shivaji Maharaj decided to acquire the forts that were within his Jagir. Okay. And he captured the forts of Torna, Murumdev, Kondhana and Purandar and laid the foundation of Swaraj. Since he wanted to establish Swaraj and he had known the importance of forts which would be very much influential, very much important for the foundation and expansion of Swaraj, he captured the forts of Torna, Murumdev, Kondhana and Purandar and laid the foundation of Swaraj. Okay, let's have a view of all those. Yes, this is the Torna fort, these are all within the Jagir of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, here we have the Kondhana or the Sinhgarh. Kondhana was later on named by Sinhgarh after the sacrifice of Tanaji Malusare. You know the stories that you've watched the movie also, Tanaji, where you saw how he had promised to Shivaji Maharaj that he will bring the Kondhana fort under the control of the Marathas. So after Tanaji Malusare died, Shivaji Maharaj had said, Gad ala pan Sinh gela. Yes, Gad ala pan maza Sinh gela. And then he named this fort, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj named this fort as Sinhgarh to, you can say, to, believe in, and to, it was a moment for the sacrifice of Tanaji Malusare. Okay, this is the fort of Purandar, the Purandar fort. And this is Vishalgarh, the Vishalgarh fort. And this is Murumdev. Yes, Murumdev was of very much importance for Swaraj. Why? Let's see. Shivaji Maharaj repaired the fort Murumdev and renamed it as Rajgarh. Yes, there's a difference between Raigad and Rajgarh. Okay. Rajgarh was the first capital of Swaraj. After Swaraj was established, Rajgarh became the first capital of Swaraj. So with that intention, Shivaji Maharaj repaired the fort Murumdev and renamed it as Rajgarh. Okay. Now, with this establishment of Swaraj, it was not a cakewalk for Chhatrapati Shivaji. It was not that easy. Yes, because though he had support from his people, there were many others who, from Maharashtra itself, who opposed the foundation of Swaraj. Yes, who were they? The Mores of Javli, the Ghorpades of Mudhol, the Savants of Sawantwadi, and other Sardars in Adil Shahi, all opposed the cause of founding of Swaraj. So these people opposed the cause of founding of Swaraj. Mores of Javli, Ghorpades of Mudhol and Savants of Sawantwadi, because they were on the side of Adil Shah. Okay, and the other Sardars in Adil Shahi as well. So they opposed the cause of founding of Swaraj because somewhere they had that fear in their mind that if once Swaraj is established, it will weaken their power, the power of Adil Shah over there. So for these reasons, they opposed the cause of founding of Swaraj. It was necessary to bring them and other like-minded Sardars under control for the purpose of founding of Swaraj. So with this, what did Shivaji Maharaj plan out? That these people who were with the same intention of bringing a hurdle towards founding of Swaraj, they should be brought under control. Unless and until if they are not brought under control, it would not help in the founding of Swaraj. They would some way or the other try to bring hurdles in establishment of Swaraj. So that is what it was necessary to bring all these people, like-minded people who thought like the same way, the same Sardars who thought in the same way of opposing Swaraj. These people should be brought under control. Then the next we are going to learn is about the capture of Jauli. Chandrarao More of Jauli in Satara district, who was a powerful Sardar in Adil Shahi, opposed the founding of Swaraj. In 1656 CE, Shivaji Maharaj attacked and captured Jauli. He attained huge amount of wealth from Jauli. So what was the history of the capture of Jauli? So Chandrarao More, who was the powerful Sardar in Adil Shahi, he was from Satara district, okay, and he opposed the founding of Swaraj. So what did Shivaji Maharaj do? He attacked and captured Jauli in the year 1656, and also he attained huge amount of wealth from Jauli. Yes, so since he attained this huge amount of wealth from Jauli, what did he do? He did not utilize it for themselves. Shivaji Maharaj used it for the establishment of Swaraj. Raigad fort was captured. In the Konkan region, his activities increased. The fort of Pratapgarh was built in Jauli Valley, and this led to the increase in the strength of Shivaji Maharaj in all respects. Yes, so the fort of Raigad was also captured. In the Konkan region also his activities increased. So this is what progress was made by the Marathas in establishment of Swaraj. Yes, they captured and renamed the fort of Murumde. He brought Kondhana, Torna, Purandar forts under his control. Raigad fort was captured. In the Satara district, Jauli was brought under the control. Huge amount of wealth was accumulated from there. The Konkan region activities increased. The fort of Pratapgarh was built in the Jauli Valley, and all this led to the increase of the strength of Shivaji Maharaj in all aspects, all respects. Fine. So with that, Swaraj strengthened, the power of Chhatrapati Shivaji strengthened, and also that it led, it started to dawn upon the enemies that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was not a weak person to be fought against. He posed a great threat to the Adil Shahis and the Sardars of Adil Shahi, and even to the Mughals. Okay, so this is the fort of Raigad which was captured. This is the fort of Pratapgarh which was made by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in the Jauli Valley. And this is the Konkan region. Yes, the Konkan region activities of Shivaji Maharaj. This is the Konkan region which you can see in blue. That is the Konkan region. Okay. Now, later Shivaji Maharaj captured Kalyan and Bhivandi on the Konkan coast. Right now we saw the Konkan coast. Shivaji Maharaj realized that in order to fight the Siddhi, Portuguese and British powers, it was necessary to have a strong naval force. With this, he concentrated on building a navy. Okay. Now, see, we saw that he increased his activities in the Konkan region. He brought the Raigad fort under control. The Pratapgarh fort was made. Then he captured the Kalyan and Bhivandi regions in the Konkan coast. So all these made Shivaji Maharaj strong. But later on, what did he do? He had to bring a change in his strategy. And he also realized that in order to fight the Siddhi, the Portuguese and the British powers, it was necessary to have a strong naval force. Now, why a strong naval force? These were foreign rulers who came to India via the sea route. Isn't it? That time they didn't have aeroplanes or something like that. So, but obviously they came through the sea route. So the sea route means you have your navy over there, isn't it? So for that, with that intention in mind, Shivaji Maharaj decided or thought that it was necessary to have a strong naval force, a strong navy. And with this, he concentrated on building a navy. Yes, because if you have a good navy force, a naval power, your enemies who come from other countries, you would be able to defend them. Yes, you will be able to stop their attack, to control their attack, and also at times can empower, have your power over them. So with this intention, Shivaji Maharaj decided or concentrated to build a navy of his own. As it is, he had the Konkan region under his control, so it was easier that the Konkan region towards the coastal areas. Yes, so you have the navy towards the coastal areas. So that made Shivaji Maharaj realize the importance of having a navy of his own. Okay, children. So this is what Shivaji Maharaj thought of for establishing a navy of his own. So what did we learn in today's part? In today's part, we learned as to the forts which were captured by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Yes, and also the people who opposed him in the establishment or in the cause of establishing Swaraj, and also how did Shivaji Maharaj thought of bringing these like-minded Sardars under control for the purpose of founding of Swaraj. Okay, we also learned about the capture of Raigad, the making of the Pratapgarh fort in the Javli valley, the capture of Javli. Yes, so and also as to how Shivaji Maharaj thought of having a strong navy of his own. He captured the Kalyan and Bhiwandi on the Konkan coast, and in order to fight the foreign powers, that is the Britishers and the Siddhi and the Portuguese, he found it necessary to have a strong naval force, and with this intention he concentrated on building a navy. Children, Shivaji Maharaj did have boats and types of ships with him to fight the enemies at that time also. So not only Shivaji Maharaj had not only decided on having a strong people who are good in guerrilla tactics, guerrilla warfare, but also a strong navy of his own. Only then could it be possible for him to defeat the enemies, isn't it? The vision which he had of establishing the Swaraj, not only establishing but also to maintaining it and defending it from the attack of the enemies. So with all these, he had a wide view, a wide you can say futuristic view as to how these things will be important for the Maratha Empire or for the establishment of Swaraj, not in that times also, but also in the future to come. Fine. So this is what we learnt in our third part of the lesson number 5, the foundation of Swaraj. In the fourth part, we'll conclude with the lesson. Okay, children. So I hope you go through the video, try to understand, see the forts which were captured, which fort was renamed as Rajgarh. Rajgarh was made the first capital of Swaraj. It was the fort of Murumdev which was captured and renamed as, which was captured, repaired and then renamed as Rajgarh, which became the first capital of Swaraj. Fine. So with this, we end over here. Take care, stay safe. Sai Ram, children.